Hello, this is Paula Lacobara from Miami. I trust you're having an amazing week. I wanted to share something that came up this morning for me, and I feel like this could be really relevant in your life as well. So I wanted to share this with you. And really, this is about what to do, how to deal with the emotions like anxiety and overwhelm that takes us out of balance. So I picked up on a pattern that is very familiar and is very old, and it's still coming to be seen. And this piece of anxiety, it was huge for me. I didn't realize how big it was as I started to do this Empower Woman journey. Like, I honestly had no idea how powerful this piece of anxiety and how really it was ruling my life, and it was stopping me from creating what I wanted to create. And the other day, my mom, I'm here with my family, and my mom was asking me to do something, and she's like, did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it? And so I was like, whoa, like I felt the energy of anxiety. And then she said she recognized the pattern. But it's so ingrained in us sometimes. And anxiety also leads to overwhelm. Anxiety means that something is off balance within ourselves. Okay, so that's number one, and I wanted to share that. Number one is that anxiety, it's every emotion. Let's back up for a minute. Every emotion, really, what it tells you is information about you, that there's something that's happening within you that requires your attention. So I didn't realize until I did this work that anxiety was that something was off. Something was out of alignment with my truth. Okay? So something was off balance. And that led to overwhelm. Because now when I'm anxious, I feel this sort of like hurry up energy, rushing energy that doesn't allow me to pause, doesn't allow me to think straight. And due to that, I made a lot of mistakes, especially in my business. For example, one of the pieces that I recently uncovered is, last year, was that I continued to search for the magic pill, the magic answer. And it's just funny, in this particular piece in my business, I was still searching for the magic answer. This is what happens to the good girl. The good girl, she just loves and she wants everything perfect. When she is off balance, she's gonna go into fear, so she's gonna want to have the answers right away. She's gonna fall in perfectionism patterns. She's gonna want it now, and she will do anything to get it now. And when she does this, and if you identify that, I'm sure you can raise your hand, what happens is that then she makes rush decisions or gets overwhelmed to avoid making decisions, right? And when we do that, what we're doing is we're not listening to our truth, right? Our truth comes from our wild woman. The wild woman is the one that's deeply connected with your truth. She's the one that knows what you want. She's the one that knows how to say no to what you don't want, and she says yes to what you want. You might hear a helicopter. So the wild woman, that's why it's so essential that we connect the good girl with the wild woman. If we don't, then we're gonna fall in anxiety. And anxiety, it comes from the victim archetype. And overwhelmed also comes from the victim archetype. Now, for some of us, when we fall into this and we just don't want to even deal with it because we're up to here with so many things happening in our lives, what we tend to do is we close off. Okay, we close off, we put up the wall, and we're like, fine, I'll do it myself. and we create more load, more overwhelm, and it's just a never-ending story that then puts us back into victim. Nobody helps me, nobody loves me, and then we go back into I don't care, I'll do it myself, I'm gonna get it done, and we push and we push and we force things to happen, and it's just a really not a fun dance. Okay, so one of the things that I uncovered this morning was how I have been creating a lot of chaos in a particular piece in my business that was not allowing me to flow as I flow in other areas of my life. And I had to I woke up this morning. Okay, so this is what happened. Really what happened is that I'm at my friend's house who has a gorgeous home. If you can see it very quick. Okay, and it's by a canal here in Miami. Gorgeous. And yesterday I broke something really beautiful that he has in his kitchen. It's like a cake where you put pound cakes. Anyway, I broke it. It's a whole beautiful glass thing that fell on the floor and completely shattered everywhere. This morning, I moved something and my computer fell on it's a lamp that he had on the floor. He loves design and decorating. I broke a small lamp because my computer and that's how I woke up this morning. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? I'm crashing everything. And that's when I realized that I have been playing cool. Sort of like this part of myself has been sort of like taking it and processing things, but I didn't get to the bottom of what I needed to resolve. And so this is what happens. So when in this case for me, and I just, see in your life how that feels for you, but what happened for me is that I realized that crashing something or breaking something, it's a sign of anger. It's a sign of like, that it wasn't spoken upwards. It wasn't voice. It was unconscious. But a part of me was letting me know that something is going on. And that was my bitch. She was trying to communicate with me, but I was like, I was zoning in, I was doing but I wasn't addressing the bottom. I wasn't addressing the core of what was happening. I was going around the surface, and this is unconscious. This is what happens. This is why we're on this journey. It's not like I have to know everything. There are patterns that are really deep and are really connected with pieces that, sometimes it brings us fear, insecurities, and, this pattern had to do with, I'm just gonna be open, it had to do with me and my relationship with Rob and our relationship in our business, because we share our business together. So we've been talking a lot, and it's been a little difficult in Italy. When you move away from your comfort zone, when you move out of your normal life, then there's space to voice certain things. And so a lot of that we did in Italy, but it wasn't really finished because sometimes it's a lot. And we had a lot of things that we didn't realize because we were busy and because we're doing amazing things in the world. But sometimes if we continue without addressing certain things, then we're missing out on really fully enjoying. And there was a piece on our business that we are not fully enjoying, and it needs to be revisited. But what happened is that my victim went into protecting herself. My bitch came out, but my victim, this was my victim because it's the shadow of my good girl. My good girl was scared of if we shift things in my business that our marriage was going to suffer. Right? And so what I had to do is, what I started to create is anxiety and overwhelm. And I felt, and to the point that I started to break things at my friend's house. So I wanted to share a little bit of the process that I did today, and I wrote it down. I wanted to share this with you because it's so powerful. It's really powerful, and this is going to be a little long, but first thing that you need to do is to stop doing, stop thinking, stop creating, and just be. So I'm going to take the next few days for me to just be with myself, with my thoughts. This is what the wild woman needs. It invites you to come back to you. Number 2, simplicity. So now is, instead of creating so much, I have so many ideas and so many projects that I've been trying to do, and I am creating and all that stuff, but I have to make things very simple, because in my creative mind, sometimes I tend to do things I tend to complicate things. It's almost like a challenge and it's fun, but it's not fun at the end. So simplicity, right now, focus on 1 or 2 things that you know they need to get done. And that's what I'm going to do. 1 or 2 things. Number 3 is prioritize. Prioritize yourself. Prioritize yourself first. And then prioritize the things that you want to do, like I just shared. Okay. Number 4 is be in appreciation energy. Appreciate what you have. Appreciate that this is coming up. Of course, I wanted it to be all roses and rainbows in Italy. And here, here is just, I just got to the core. But honestly, the truth is that I am so grateful that came up. I'm so grateful that I'm not still carrying with that inside and pretending that it's not there. And this is what happens when we move away from our comfort zone. Now, if you are like I was, and perhaps you put a lot of the pressures on yourself to get everything done and to do and to make money, then you're gonna feel scared that if you stop, the money is not gonna come through. But if you don't stop, and I know it's hard because sometimes we can't stop because we're in the middle of it. I mean, I can't fully stop. Like in my trip to Italy, I intended to do that. However, I have 2 courses running, and I have to continue to show up and continue to provide with the services that I committed myself to, and also I enjoy it. But it's not like stop, like don't do anything at all. Stop with the craziness. Stop with the overthinking. Stop with the madness. That's what I mean by stopping. And even if it is for just 1 full day, you will immediately feel the difference. Now, I'm also inviting you to something really beautiful that I am creating in Mexico. And I've already talked to you about this before. I am creating a beautiful retreat in Mexico, where one of the main things that we do, and the opportunity that you have to attend this retreat, is that you will stop. You will retreat. You will get out of your comfort zone, out of your daily routine, out of all the noise, and you're gonna be 5 days fully provided for and taken care of, working on you, creating that space, that safe space. There's a beautiful island, Isla Mujeres. We rent a gorgeous Spanish villa with a private beach. The rooms all face the water. It's gorgeous. The waters are turquoise. The sky is always blue. It's just beautiful place. We feed you with incredible whole foods, really yummy foods, just to nourish your mind, your body, your spirit, and your soul. Everything is dedicated for you to come back, and of course, come back to you. And of course, we do the work of the empowered woman. We heal the good girl. We reclaim and unleash the wild woman in a way that feels safe to you. And we also work on your vision. We work on the feminine and masculine. We have a master class that we do, feminine and masculine. We activate your feminine power center with your wild woman. We work on money and how to manifest from the wild woman. We go to a beautiful goddess temple where we do incredible work, and that's where you will hear the goddess Ixchel whispering you your vision. And I know it sounds crazy for some that feel like, oh, well, maybe I don't know how I feel about that. I want you to trust, because it happened to everyone. I already took 4 groups. Every woman experienced incredible, it's a before and after. And you know, one of the things that I do a lot is support women. And one of the things that I have to continue to receive is support myself. So I already orchestrated a couple of things here in Miami as I'm taking a couple of days off, and just to receive, because we must be in receiving energy if we give a lot. So if you are like me and you give a lot and you feel like there's pieces within you, like I found out, that are at the core but you don't really know what it is, and you really want to take that time to explore, then get on a call with me. I'll share more details. I'm going to post the link below on this video. And I'm also, I'm here to support you. Let's talk about it. Don't go into the how am I going to make this happen? Be present here. Be present here, and know and trust that if it's meant to be, it's going to work out. And it happens every time. Whoever is meant to come to these retreats, miracles happen even at the last minute. I have a client who 3 days before the retreat, she decided to come in last retreat, and everything worked out. And she has 2 kids, and she had to do everything. Her husband was traveling, but everything ended up working out. So don't worry about the house. Let's get on a call. I'll help you with that. If you're feeling called, if you want to end this piece of the overwhelm, of this dance, this toxic dance between the victim and the bitch, putting up a wall, feeling sorry for yourself, creating chaos, creating anxiety, that you just cannot breathe. Sometimes it feels like it's hard to breathe. If you're ready for a deep, real, truthful transformation and really connecting with your good girl and your wild woman from an empowered place, this is the retreat for you. I'm sending you so much love. Mwah. You can go to www.wildwomanprogram/retreat, wildwomanprogram.com/retreat, and that is the link, but I'll post it below anyway. I'm sending you so much love, and I'm so looking forward to having that amazing retreat experience with you. Sending you so much love.